Funding for what I do is provided in part by my generous supporters on Patreon, and by direct donations from viewers like you. Thank you! Heyo, Kelvin here. And today I want to give you guys a more detailed rundown of how Midi works. So, as you can already see, he's got his, idle animation. But, yeah. So, he's a bit faster and can jump higher than Kiki and Tux, because, you know, he's a lightweight squirrel. Very agile. I did add something that I want to add to, Kiki and Tux, though, and that is, if you wall jump and you hold up, he'll stay closer to the wall, and if you hold down, he'll have less height gained, which lets you, you know, do a more horizontal jump. So, okay, let's talk about his attacks. So, as you can see, because I got the fire element up there, his bombs make a fire blast. By the way, I softened the explosion sound, because I got a comment that it was really annoying in repetition. So, I also did the same with the bombs. They now have a shorter fizz that fades out nicely. And you notice that I used an ice bomb, but I don't have ice equipped. So I added the new Special 1 and Special 2 keys. That's also how he goes into his transfer. So when you've got an item in your pocket that is an element type item, so like he's got the ice flower, or he could have, you know, air feather, or shell, any of those, it'll change his alternate fire. If you don't have a weapon in that pocket and you got either empty or some other item, then it's just a neutral bomb. You can still switch whenever you want. Though, I noticed that this caused a weird issue with maximum energy, so what I did is Midi's maximum energy is not unique to each element. Instead, he has an average of all of them. Since he doesn't get movement bonuses, there's no real reason to separate them anyway. Let me find a good place to do it. Actually, you know what? Back at the beginning was probably the best place to show this off. Alright, so, remember how I had this? Well, you can also... The timing is a bit tight, but you can repeated bomb jump. It's not infinite because you've got limited energy. You gotta do it, like, right at the height of your jump, but while you're still going up. So you can mix it with this, and get into places that you normally shouldn't be able to get to. It's still no substitute to the flight that Tux and Kiki get, which means that areas could still be designed just for them. Because you have to go straight up when you do it. If you're even slightly off center, it probably won't work. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Yeah, you gotta be, like, right on it for it to work, so it only really works going up. I could widen the radius, but then it would also potentially knock you around when you don't want to be. So I think leaving it a precise trick is probably the best way to go about it. Whee! Yes, he has a custom death animation. I'm wondering, should I make it change what type of explosion it shows based on what element you've got equipped? I think that would be pretty cool. So you notice those little whooshes that appear around his ball when he's sliding fast? That's lets you know that you're going fast enough to damage enemies. Because unlike Tux's slide, Midi's ball doesn't just always damage enemies. You gotta be going fast enough to do it. I didn't want to take it away entirely, because, you know, people are gonna want to use it to speedrun, and you'd be crashing into enemies all the time if you did. So instead I just made it a speed requirement. Hehe. So yeah, see, because I died, I lost my fire type, so now he's just got neutral bombs. I know normally bombs are, like, fire by default, but Midi's bombs are magic, so they can have a neutral type. Fireworks! Yeah, the reason why some of these enemies aren't getting frozen is because they're prioritizing blast damage over ice damage. So I'm gonna flip that around, because I want them to be freezable. Either that or maybe, well, that might be another good balancing feature for Midi. What do you guys think? If I make it so that certain enemies can't be frozen because his bombs are too strong? And so, like, that could cut him off from certain movement puzzles and help give more advantage to the other two, because some people seem to think that Midi's overpowered. And he is one of the later characters that you unlock, but at the same time, I don't want him to, you know, make the other two obsolete. Oh yeah, he can ledge grab. If you hit Morph while you're ledge grabbing, he'll do a little pop-up so that you can go into, like, small spaces like you can in Metroid Fusion. I really do at some point want to, like, recreate a map from a Metroid game and just run Midi through it, because I think that would be really cool. But his own game is going to be a Metroidvania, so that's why I've got, you know, such a big moveset for him. Because, in case anyone forgot, SuperTux Advance is what I'm using to learn how to make games so that I can turn the code into Carodian Legends in the future. So with Midi, I'm going all out with the moveset because I want to, you know, make him able to do a bunch of stuff in his own game. I'm not making everything that I want to put into his game, because it'd just be ridiculous for, you know, a game like this. Because, like, I also want to give him, you know, like, a grappling hook, being able to climb certain walls with ladders on them. I had an idea that, like... Oh, and also I want to give him a hover boost, where, like, you know, you jump, and then you hit jump again, and he'll make a pair of acorn bombs under his feet, and what he does is, like, he'll overcharge the stems so that they really... Because... Here, let me pause it. You can see he's got, like, a flame on the stem, because bomb. So I had an idea of, what if that stem could be, like, overcharged, and it just puts out a huge flame that's enough to make it work like a rocket, and so he could stand on them and hover. Had a little hiccup there, but we're back. So, where was I? Oh yeah, talking about, the abilities that I wanted to have. You might notice there's occasional animation glitches. I'm still ironing those out. His animation system is more complex than the other two. But yeah, see, you got a tight space here. Whoop. I didn't hold forward, so I just rolled right out of it. There you go. You gotta give it a bit of a push. I tried making him, you know, push forward, but he's like, he's in a position where his horizontal speed is still being blocked by the solid tile in front of him. So yeah, he doesn't get to keep that forward momentum, so you have to hold forward. I'll work on that. I'll probably make like some sort of timer that holds forward automatically. Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. Low health animation. This is one that I did implement now. Charge. He doesn't get any special effects from charging yet, he just gets a bigger explosion. In his own game, I want to make it where each of his elements, he can learn a special charge effect. Duke, don't do it, don't do it. But you notice that the bomb actually changes sizes? Yeah, tiny bomb. Medium bomb. Big bomb. The top always has the same amount of damage to it. I should probably change that. What do you guys think? Should the top be chargeable too? Whee! I forgot. You shouldn't touch that on the overworld. That's an actual enemy there. I should probably do something else there, or maybe get rid of that. I just thought it was cute to have Haywire walking around on the overworld. Yeah, see, here's how high a spring will launch you, and then the landmine. So it's basically like having a spring that you carry around. I mean, the springs can be set to different values. So, you know, like the one later on that shoots you, like, way high up. You find it. Meow. Yeah. Didn't mention it sooner, but you can see it. When you're running, he somersaults. Here, I want to try something. Ah, darn. I went too. No, I keep doing it too soon. Heck. No, why do I keep doing it too soon? No! Hiff, whatever. Oh, I'm back anyway. Hang on. Yeah, stop. Yeah! First try. Yeah, like for instance, this spring here, we set to very high. I don't know if Midi can get out of here on his own. His bombs do at least work for calming down these guys. And you go, you chill. There was a weird glitch going on earlier where, like, if you calm down, if you freeze Haywire after he starts chasing you, his timer wouldn't stop. And I don't know what was causing that. We're gonna see if I can bomb jump out of here. I got 5 points of energy. Will that be enough? Ooh, almost. Let's do it. Come on, let's do it. Yeah! Skills. So yeah, that's what I got with Midi so far. Still gotta do Kiki's sprites so that she can be playable too. Kiki's gonna have cupcake bombs, inspired by the cupcake bombs in SuperTux cart. And the in-universe explanation for why she's got all the same abilities as him is that while they were in prison together, she sketched his abilities, and that allowed her to copy them. But she had to personalize them, because just copying isn't enough. She has to, like, alter them a bit to really make it her own. So she stylized it as cupcake bombs. Actually, you know what? If I'm tying SuperTux card into the lore, maybe Kiki met Midi sooner and she sketched them a while before. And so, like, that's where the cupcake bombs in SuperTux card actually come from, is that she learned them from Midi, and then she just made a whole bunch of them for people to use in the race. I think I might be overstepping some bounds by doing that, though, so I'm not going to do that. But I think it'd be funny. You know what? It's all open source. Y'all imagine it how you want it to be. Did Kiki meet Midi before or after? You decide. Individually. Because there is no consensus on this. Okay, so yeah, that's what I've got with Midi so far. So thank you all so much for watching. Gonna be working on more enemies now so that Frost can make some more interesting levels. And probably some more, like, set pieces and, you know, level gimmicks. So hopefully we will have more levels made soon. The reason why we haven't had any made is because, you know, I've been working on stuff like this, and Frost has been working over on OG SuperTux, which you guys should see the updates for that. Oh my gosh, that game is looking so good now. Go check it out. Like, Frost making levels, Rusty doing sprites and tiles. Oh, Rusty's graphics are so beautiful. Servalot's making new music. The game just looks amazing. So yeah, go check out original SuperTux. And thank you everyone who's supported me so far. I hope you guys will join me next time. Bye!